Hey guys, and welcome to game number 30 out of 100 of my Revenge of the Mack series against the AI-powered Scrabble bot BestBot. We've been in a bit of a slump lately, losing the last three all pretty handily. Really tough game on Monday that saw me lose by over 200, where I probably didn't have much of a chance, but good news is we're still in the lead, barely, 15 and 14, so really need to win today to avoid tying this match and relinquishing the lead we've had pretty much since it began. So big game, AFGINPT to open. Interesting. So this is, as always, going to be a debate between playing long and playing short. Playing long, the obvious move is just fading, scoring 28 points, keeping a P, which is totally fine, but gives back a decent amount of counterplay to BestBot. Puts the I next to the double letter if it has a Q or an X. Gives, of course, a bunch of good tiles to bingo through. Problem is there isn't really a great short play here. I mean, you want to keep like AGINT is a great leave. You'd almost want to exchange FP here, but I just don't think is strong enough. I mean, yeah, without an R or an L or some other good bingo constant, I just don't think it's worth it, guys, when you have 28 points. I don't think my bingo chances are high enough. I think here you play long. There's no set formula for these kind of plays, but if you're going to play short or exchange, especially in this case, I mean, you're giving up 28 points. That's pretty steep. You know, your leave is better be pretty dang good to justify that, and it just isn't worth it here. So, yeah, I'm going to do this. Okay. Need an S for Budapest, although that is just the capital of Hungary, not a real word in the game. Of course, as most of you guys probably already know, Scrabble does not accept proper nouns unless they happen to mean something else that is valid. But shout out, of course, to anybody who may be watching this video from Budapest. I don't know how many folks from Hungary do watch my channel, but if any of you are out there, definitely say hello, and thank you all so much for watching. In any case, I don't think I have any actual bingos that are going to play here, but we'll see what BestBot does. Probably going to look to play something like Pub over here for 23. It's not that exciting, but it's fine. Of course, that may or may not be available depending on what the bot does. The bot is thinking for a little bit, so we'll see what it comes up with. Goes with Picks for 23. Okay. Interesting. So foils Pub. I feel like the play I'm going to want to make here is some sort of overlap above. So let's see. I have this. I can't play like a butted here as two T's. I mean, is just butt a crazy idea, setting up the A? I don't know. Maybe not. It's a pretty good leave. It's not an amazing leave. I'm going to get a bit more if I play this way. Yeah, something like Taboo for 21 is also playable, although it is worse positionally. Opening a vowel and a double line, especially a play like Picks does signal some amount of consonant heaviness, so this does play into BestBot's hands. It also takes an N for Taboon, which I don't love. So not a big fan of that. Also Tabooed, floating an E. I don't really want to do that. If I could play like something across here, but I mean, taught it is a word. I don't want to keep BP though. Huh. Yeah, I don't know here, guys. This is a weird situation. If I put my A there, does that help me instead? Butated, butate. No, there's no words. I think maybe I do play butt. I mean, if it doesn't have an A, this is a fairly annoying play to deal with. I mean, I could also just play butte. That is, what, 10 more? It's also reasonable. I mean, an E is not really worth 10 points. It's just that the abut setup is really nice. I think I am going to go for this. It's a little risky, but I'm only giving up 10 points. I mean, I'm also threatening some nice overlaps here through this A potentially. Butte is also very reasonable. I mean, it saves stuff like adapt over here. But it does also give back some better overlaps hooking EX to the bot. So I think I'm going to go with butt. If it doesn't have an A, this is a very annoying play for it. And I can often hit big doubles. Like the reward is very large for this play. So I'm going to go for it. We'll see what happens. Okay, looks like a decent draw, but there is no bingo. Two vowels kind of foils me here. We will see what BestBot goes with. I don't think, unfortunately, I'm going to be bingoing on my next turn. If it doesn't play with a butt, yeah, I don't really have all that much. I mean, I could now play something like this. It's not that exciting. Trixie, wow, so it did indeed have no vowels at all, forgetting just consonant trouble, no vowels whatsoever, and I'd love to do something with this T, but I will probably play there, but I just don't have anything all that good. Like pitted or something. Really not a very exciting play. I want to save my A, so I don't want to play like pitted, I don't think. Yeah, I like that pitted does also open a line here. Don't love AE. The pool, especially after the bot's 2 openers, is trending already a little vowel heavy, so I'm not thrilled about this leave. But, it's probably better than Patty. Yeah, ED is a nice leave, but 6 more points for pitted and saving the A for a butt, I think makes it worth it here. If Tepid hit the triple, that would be optimal, but it doesn't. Yeah, I think I am going to just go with pitted here. Again, it's kind of uninspiring, but I think it's the best of my kind of mediocre lot of options. The other idea, actually, I do see one other idea. It's interesting. It's a little more risky. Insertion of paked for 33. What do we think about that? Keeping the T open, but the second, or the T on my rack is really nice for hitting up butt words. Does help my leave quite a lot. And it also makes a butt more likely to stay open, because now even if the bot has an A, it might decide to block on top. So this, I think being I'm down, this actually does make some sense, just introducing some more variance into the game. So I'm actually going to switch gears here, guys, and play Paked. It's important not to just tunnel on spots like this. It's easy to think, oh, there's a T in the triple line, I got to use it, right? But not necessarily, especially when you're down. If I were up, then yeah, probably so. But at this score, I'm going to do this. And yeah, I just don't think I'm bingoing, but I am. Well, now I'm not so glad I left that T open. That is, of course, the risk you run when you do something like that, but so be it. All right, Tajin for 63. Now what do I do? Yeah, nothing good with a butt here. Maybe I don't want to play Jaded and get rid of my A. Really is unfortunate if that's what I have to do. I need to score, though. There are 6 A's left. Like, I don't want to get so attached to keeping my A, although it does seem good. Facted is not a word, unfortunately. If I don't want to use my A, my options are just pretty limited. Emu for 16? Is that really what I want to be doing here? I don't really think so. It's not like I have an S either. Although I'm at the point where setting up hooks I don't have is not necessarily out of the question. Yeah, another very, very difficult turn. Yeah, Jaded is extremely uninspiring. EMTU on the board after that is going nowhere. I feel like I have to, at this point, like the more I'm down almost, the more aggressive I have to be about trying to hit some bingo or something at least substantial with a butt. So Emu at least creating some sort of distraction again, kind of like I did before leaving that T open. Obviously it backfired last time, but maybe it won't here. I think this is a little bit better than Jaded, just given how important it is to keep the A, and ADET is, in theory, a fantastic leave. So I think I'm going to go with Emu. I'm not thrilled about it, don't get me wrong. But I do believe it's correct over playing Jaded. All right, I have Aerith. Fortunately, it's not a double-double, but it's still a bingo. I have Aerith here next to the G as a backup. I have Trihedra. It's a third backup. If the bot plays something like some sort of bingo exactly... Oh, actually, no, it can't block. I was going to say, never mind. If the bot blocks all 3 of my bingos, I'm going to storm out of the room, but I don't think that's possible, because even if it blocks Aerith with a butt and Trihedra, Aerith will still play here. Yeah, if it blocks all 3 of my bingos, I will storm out of the room, but I don't think that's actually possible. I still don't think we've ever seen me storm out of the room on a YouTube video. I've threatened it a couple times if something really improbable happens, but that thing has never happened. I'm certainly never going to do it unless something absolutely ridiculous happens, though I want it to be warranted the first time it happens. But it's not going to happen here. Aerith is going to go down for 78, and that's going to keep me in the game. I'm still not in great shape. Still going to be down 18 in a tempo, but at least we're seeing 7 new tiles, opening some new space, and those are not the 7 new tiles we wanted to see. 3 O's and a U. Not a good thing at all. So we'll see what I'm going to really have here. I might have to play something... What do I even have? I guess Crew War for 24. At least it opens the board. AOO is tough to stomach. Odor. Spelled the British way is also playable for 14. Yeah, several, once again, pretty uninspiring options. Bot plays a Glare, which I'm actually not that unhappy to see, as it does open some lines. Odor looks good now, opening more space on the bottom right. I am still down 42 here. I have to recognize that even though I just bingoed, which is all great, I'm not in a good position here. I need to be proactive, or I should say continue to be proactive. Yeah, Odor looks good. It really spreads the board open, right? I mean, I've got now above this R I can play. I've got the lines on the left the bot just created. There's still emus. There's 3 S's left. You know, I did kind of create this line that could be a liability for either of us potentially going forward. Got to keep that spot in mind too, even though it was a little bit of an afterthought on the emu turn. Yeah, Odor looks about as good as anything I'm going to do here. I'm going to go ahead and put that down, and now I draw a bunch of consonants. Have some nice little plays here, though, with Jow. Look at this. The W is actually a pretty nice pool here. I mean, I can play 1 for 38. AC and R, especially with 7 E's, is actually a great leave. Also, 4 I's for ING words. Yeah, that would be nice to get down. Doesn't really block the emu's hook, but again, I don't mind a little volatility. Okay. 22 for that. Yeah, I mean, Warren still looks good. Let me just make sure I don't have anything like... Or Juan, rather, not Warren. No, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's just gotta be right, doesn't it? There's no reason to play W-A-N. That's just silly. The O is worse, and there's more O's left. Yeah, this has to be the play. Definitely staying within range. I just need one more good draw. The C is also now pretty good for Orc. That is not the draw we needed. Although, again, it could be worse, because I do have this QI spot that's very unlikely to get blocked. And then the rest of my leave is actually amazing. Yeah, this is actually not as bad as it looks. I mean, the Q sucks, but bopping going with matters for 83 sucks. Let me just make sure I don't play QG accidentally for 0. Let me play QI for 31. I mean, this just has to be right. Problem is the bot is often going to block on the left and then leave me very little. But, like, what else do I have? I guess it's worth... I have 10 minutes. It's worth just thinking for a tiny bit. I mean, do I play Kintar here? That's interesting. Huh. It might be time for that. I'm down 95. I mean, if I... Problem is, yeah, I do this. The bot blocks on the left. And then, like, unless I draw one of the 2 S's, which on a 1-tile pool is very unlikely, I really don't like my position after this. The bot is pretty likely to block on the left. Obviously, if it doesn't, I do hit a lot of bingos, like chairing, reaching, roaching, ranching. Like, I mean, I hit, holy cow, I hit a ton of bingos there. Maybe it's worth, you know, doing this, because there's a chance, I guess, the bot... Yeah, this might be okay, because there's a chance the bot might decide to play on the right, especially if it has one of the 2 S's, or just it thinks that's more dangerous. And I still save plays like Orach here for my next turn, which will score decently and open again. I think I'm going to need to draw one of the S's, like, no matter what, I think. I guess after Kintar, it's more possible. The problem is after Kintar, like, the bot... I'm just allowing the bot to also freely score points, which is going to put it in good position to outrun bingos, too. Like, I think after Chi... I'm more likely to be able to win the game with 1 bingo. It's hard to imagine after Kintar the bot not scoring at least 30 points playing through that R. There's a good amount of scoring tiles left in the bag. But this is an interesting turn. Kintar definitely does have some merit. CHI is good. It's just so much weaker than ACHNIR. I do think there's enough of a chance, you know, the bot doesn't block the G. And again, if it plays like for 15 here and blocks the G, then play Orach, and I'm back within 1 bingo range. I could still pool an S. I think this is the way to go. I don't want to just give it a free high-scoring play that puts it up by 100. Yeah, I'm going to just drop the Q. All right, so there's, yeah, reaching. I have Archine on my rack, ARCHINE, which is not going to play. And again, I'm kind of expecting this to get blocked, but, you know, there's enough of a chance. It doesn't, see, and that's what I was saying. There's enough of a chance that it doesn't get blocked. Although the problem now is I'm still down a lot. But, you know, I think after this, yeah, the bot's going to probably play here. I still have a chance. I have to draw an S, though. Like, if I don't... I mean, I haven't even had an S or a blank this game. Like, It's going to be pretty hard to imagine beating BestBot without a single blank or an S. That would be quite an accomplishment, but yeah, this has to be right. All right, there's the S. Okay, so I have a chance. I'm going to probably need to bingo again. But I can fish for stuff with ums. You're leaving that open? Have dowries, weirdos, none of them fit. You're leaving that open, dude? Why? What? You kidding me? That can't be right. I mean, did it just have no plays there? I mean, I could have played ARF. Like, I wonder if it had, like... Wow, let's think about this. What did it have that it decided to play Fawn for 16 with an R wide open in the triple-triple line with it having a lead? What? I mean, wifed feels automatic for me here, but like I'm just trying to think, what could it have had? I think it clearly didn't have an O or an E, right? Or else it just drops OF here to block. Is it thinking that like my odds of, I guess with the triple-triple, I mean the R has to be specifically in the second spot. Is it just thinking the odds of that are much smaller than the odds of me bingoing with ums, and it's worried if it plays here, it doesn't outrun me? Like, maybe? I don't know. Crazy. Yeah, I think... I mean, wifed also, yeah, leaves 3 in the bag, which is good timing. It basically ties the game. Creates another threat here. I mean, I have some chances. I need a good draw. But, like, this has to be right, I think. That was not a good draw. Yeah, I just won too many vowels, unfortunately. Shoot. So I'm going to go out with serval or versal here. Just like Oriole or something. Oh, it's got larvas too. Okay, so how do I block both? I gotta... How do I even play here? Wait, what? How do I block both of its outs? I mean, this is not worth it probably even, because then what am I doing? Do I just play Orioles and let it go out? Is that possibly correct? No, no way. And then I think I can never remember which of Arvel or Elvar takes the S. I think Elvar takes the S and Arvel doesn't. So like playing a 2 here doesn't even help me. I don't even think I can play a 2, which is pretty funny. Yeah, like, what? I mean, how do I can't block both of its outs while going out into myself, I think. Aloe? I mean, this isn't even worth it, because I'm like, what am I doing? And it's still going to go out, right? I mean, like, what does this bot do after Aloe? I guess that's the question. Yeah, maybe the bot's options are so bad after this that it's still better for me to play that as opposed to just letting it go out. I mean, after Orioles, I get 24. Goes out with Alvarez for 20. I net +2. That's not particularly good. And there's also like this. If I could only just play off like OE and block its outs, but I just can't. It's mind-boggling, this position, honestly. I mean, this? It just plays Lav and then goes out. Like, that's probably worse for me, right? Yeah, I think so. This is just wild, guys. I do wonder if Aloe is better than just Orioles? Because I guess after Aloe, then, like, yeah, what does it really do? I mean, Dev, I don't even know if Lars is going to fit. Yeah, I guess Aloe is probably the play. Play, like, Avos or something. Maybe he just plays, like, Rev and then goes out. That might be better for it. Yeah, I guess I just probably let it go out, actually. Because then, yeah, it just plays, like, here. And it probably ends up netting better than me because it goes out. So, all right, I don't want to think too much longer here, guys. I'm just going to let it go out and play Orioles. Doesn't make a huge difference. Yeah, Alvarez indeed. 433 to 398. I'm curious what my best endgame was there. Oh, this is so funny. So apparently, my best endgame here, guys, by 3 points is to play SAE for 6. That's ridiculous, because now I'm threatening to go out with Oriole, and like this can be blocked, but it's so annoying for the bot to block that. Yeah, that's just obscene to like even think of that. Playing off your E and your S for 6 when you have this kind of rack. Like, come on. I mean, that's if I were in a position where I had to find that to win, maybe I could have came up with it or at least seen the idea. But like, that's just obscene. All right. In any case, I mean, I don't feel too bad about this one, guys. Like, I was in it, even though I had some, it's not even that I drew that badly. The bot just had a lot of good stuff, but I feel like I played pretty well here to stay in it. Let's see if there were any decisions I maybe could have gone otherwise. Yeah, fading looks good. I saw Fagin, but I don't see a good reason to not just grab the extra 2 points here. Wow, Pix over Pixie? That's a crazy decision. I guess it just figures, I mean, these tiles go really well together. It's like tryst words a lot and stuff. That's such a crazy looking play, though. And I mean, Pixie Bingos do score pretty well. I feel like I would have just instinctively done this. I guess the problem with this then is often if I play through the A, it doesn't really have anything to work with, whereas this, it still leaves that hook. Wow, this is such an instructive position. Pix over Pixie. Very counterintuitive. This was also an interesting play. Yeah, I saw Butte. This is 10 more. You can see equity-wise, it's not even a point better, though, to play Butte. That's how good the E is. Because ADPT is kind of clunky, but ADEPT is actually really nice. So I think this is okay. Trixie only bingo. Yeah, I like Peg tier over Pitted. Again, I kind of got burned for it, but I'm down. I don't mind taking the extra risk. Unfortunately, Tajine for 63 did kind of hurt. Yeah, Jaded for 28. I didn't like that. NU for 11? Nah. Really? Yeah, I hit like Edamata. I guess I hit a bit. Nematode on the right. I mean, is that possibly correct? I guess it's possible. I did kind of like creating, again, I'm down like 100 now, this extra line. I think Emu is fine. Bot plays Brio. Not using the A to block this? Wow. I feel like I would have, I mean, I wouldn't do that. But I feel like I would have done this, I think. Yeah, why not block this? Weird. I mean, like, if you were down, I get doing this and trying to hit a butt yourself, but, like, you're going to be up 100 points. Why is BestBot leaving this open? I mean, you're surely not worried about this R, and Obaya actually blocks that anyway. I mean, there's 1 C left for Cobia. That's not a huge deal. Yeah, this just looks way better to me. It also gets rid of another vowel. It scores another point. Like, I don't understand this decision by BestBot. If someone knows why Brio over Obaya, let me know in the comments. I don't get it at all. Aerith comes down. Yeah, and also boy, Adagio feels a bit better than a Glared. Although I guess there are so many E's left, it maybe feels like AI, or the leave of an E is actually not that much better than AI in this case, because there's 7 E's. But like this just, you don't usually want to open this, although I guess you're not really up that much if you're BestBot. Adagio does give back a lot of easy 7s over here. So I guess I could see it. Yeah, I feel like I still would instinctively want to play Adagio, but I guess a Glare, if you look at the pool and stuff, and the score does make some sense. Odor looks good. Ogaiva looks good. 1 was a nice little fit here. That looks good. Yeah, and unfortunately the bot draws the S in the blank and hits that. This was interesting. Yeah, Chi versus Kintar. Like I said, Kintar does have a lot of merit. I mean, I'm down a lot. Normally you think you want to open. I just felt, again, that the bot is often going to score down here and put the game out of reach. And with this open, if this were an open, then you have to play Kintar. But like with this open, I felt there was enough of a chance the bot just doesn't block on the left and I hit my inevitable bingo. Yeah, I mean, I guess after Kintar, I don't know what it would have had there. It would have at least had like Nerdy or something for 40 at the minimum. I don't see any big Z plays off the top of my head, but it still would have caused some damage. But yeah, Yes for 42. I do hit a bingo. Wait, what? Come on, man. Why not just play Fraud? What? Hold on, really? I mean, are you not? I guess you're just losing almost always to bingos down here? Is that the issue? Like, what? I mean, this leaves 7 in the bag. That's like perfect, because now if I bingo, it's a 7v7 and BestBot's first. BestBot's up 54. I guess my bingos are going to often score like high 70s to low 80s. Bot's going to have the first dibs on the triple. It's kind of a coin flip at that point. I mean, it'll be down 25 with tempo. It's very hard to say whether it wins, but it feels like a 50-50 shot. But yeah, I mean, I guess, is the deal I just don't hit that R very much? Maybe that's the issue here. I mean, there's certainly words. Traveled, oriental, ordinate, like, there are plenty of words I can have through that R. But is it more likely I hit a 7 with ums? Yes, probably so. Or, I mean, there's also this A that fawn blocks. Like, really, after fawn, I mean, the other problem, though, with fawn, right, like we saw, is, does this not just get outrun sometimes if I score well here? Like, or wifed if I had drawn a little better at the end, maybe? I guess it's figuring that if I use one of the scoring spots, it can use the other? This is such a hard play to make. I mean, I kind of understand the logic. Like I said, I definitely buy that 7s with ums happen significantly more often than 8s with an R in this exact spot. I do buy that. But I mean, after fawn, if I triple, it's game over every single time, no matter what. And so I guess the question is, what happens more often? Either I triple or outrun it after fawn, or I bingo here after fraud and it can't beat me in the end game. Like, I feel like it's probably about a coin flip if I bingo here. What happens in the end game just based on exactly what the draws are and what my bingo is and stuff. Like, that's very hard to evaluate as a human, but I'm going to guess it's somewhere around a coin flip. So, yeah, I mean, the bop might, or I might hit 7s twice as much as triples up there to offset that. It is possible. Like, I could believe that, honestly. Like, the odds of me bingoing with a 7 might be legit more than twice the odds of me hitting something through the R. That's very possible. It's just human nature, I think, to be like, there's a triple, open them up, I have to block it. But, like, I understand why maybe it felt it's better to leave it open. As crazy as that sounds. I still have some concerns about it getting outscored after fawn, but yeah, I guess with a 40-point lead here, if I'm probably not scoring more than 40 if I don't bingo. It just figures it's up a tempo. It's going to have one of these scoring spots. It probably holds on. What a confident and very difficult play to make. I think wifed has to be right. I saw rowdies, but, like, I mean, going up 1, or no, I'm not going up 1. I'm going up 5, 1 in the bag. I feel like this just makes it a little too easy for the bot to out in 2. And yeah, I didn't love my chances after this. The leave after wifed is just a lot more solid, too. Leaving 3 in the bag produces a lot more uncertainty for the bot. Leaves several bingo threats open. I still felt I often have to bingo here to win, so I think wifed is okay. And the bot, unfortunately, has a big scoring play of donate. Yeah, and as we said here, I'm best off playing SAE for 6, which is just a ridiculous move to generate. So I play Orioles, and then I lose by 35. This is a good game. This is probably the best game we've had of the last 4, which are all wins for BestBot. Now BestBot, guys, has officially tied the series up at 15-15. It does have the slight edge on spread, but the record is tied through the first 30. So we got off to a good start. Now, not so much. We are even, although still not too bad. We got 70 games to go to see if we can rebound a little bit. But yeah, the last 2 weeks have been rough, that's for sure. Very, very rough. And yeah, so that's about it for this one, guys. Again, pretty happy with how I played today as well as on Monday. Just, not even me drawing that badly. The bot just continually has been drawing well. But Scrabble's a streaky game. Just because the last 4 games have been how they've been does not mean it's going to continue that way. So let's keep our heads up and try to come back next week and get some more wins. So that's it for this one, guys. Thanks again for watching. Really appreciate all your support. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all very soon for the next video. Bye-bye.